ask you, obviously the film ends in a way that you could do another one.
Right.
Is it something, I think this might be the best one that you guys have done.
You. Thanks very much.
And so my question is, did you have a good enough experience that you're like, I maybe could see another one?
I mean, I'm the worst person to ask about this. I always said there was not going to be a fourth one, so, you know, you can't trust what I say at all. I don't know. Part of me kind of thinks that's so peculiar to me. I don't have a background in TV playing the same character for sort of 2 years in a row, so playing the same character over and over again does seem a bit odd, but I am very fond of the character. Other people are, you know, pretty fond of her too. So who knows? There's part of me that thinks, you know, maybe it's good to blaze a trail to be the kind of menopausal action heroine, you know? Give me Underworld 12 and my little beard hairs, and me and Bruce Willis can go toe to toe, you know?
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, you look nauseous. Why is that?
I definitely have to ask you, of course, your better half, your husband, is currently editing a certain other picture.
That's right.
Definitely have to ask you how that's going, and also how your version of Laurie compares to the other version of Laurie.
Well, it's really cool. It's going really great, and everyone's very excited about it. And I suppose the thing is, Sharon Stone's interpretation of Laurie is safe, because my character is more... it is Laurie, but it's a sort of amalgamation of Laurie and Richter. So I guess one of the differences about our movie as opposed to their movie is in that period of time they needed her to have a right-hand man, and so I am the right-hand man and Laurie at the same time. So it's a little bit more of an amalgamation of a couple of parts.
Well, if you don't mind, I saw the footage from Comic-Con, and
right.
The action looks amazing.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about doing some of the action in that movie, and what do you think fans are going to take away from it?
It's incredible, and there's a lot of stuff that I feel like has only just sort of been possible to do, you know, with some of our cars and all that stuff is going to be amazing. And then for me, you know, there was a lot of, I mean, I'm beating everyone up, you know, so fighting with Colin, fighting with Jessica. The fight with Jessica is going to be great. I like the fact that it's a proper fight. It's not kind of two girls and one of them sort of shoulder is ripped off and the bra comes out. It's not like one of those stupid girl fights. It's like a proper...
You know, vampires are sexy and werewolves are savages, and that combination, or that contrast rather, is it often makes for something very complex and fascinating to watch. And I think that is why people are so ingrained in this whole mythology. It's working for me. She is Underworld. I mean, she really is Underworld. She represents Underworld. It's a big global franchise. She's as humble and as sweet as one could be and one could ask for. And I think what startled me the most was, you know, in our first scene together in that parking garage, she could transform into Selene without thinking about it, without any kind of preparation. It was just, she could just turn it on and turn it off in and off takes, and it was just fascinating to watch. I mean, she's definitely got Selene down. So, you know, and she has such an evil stare that I told her, I said, I hope I never get on your bad side, you know, because I don't want that look.
Underworld Awakening, the fourth film in the Underworld series. This one's going to be in 3D. We got to talk to some of the directors and one of the stars. So, Underworld 4, what can we expect in a return to this movie?
Well, the thing is, you expect, you can see Selene coming back, and what we have more in this film is more Lycans, more different styles of them. There's new races, but I think it sounds very stale, but there's more action in this one.
Okay.
But also there's a lot of more stronger feelings. You might cry in this one, really.
With, like behind my 3D glasses?
Yeah. That is a big problem we have.
Yeah.
We have a big problem with 3D glasses and tears.
Yeah.
Maybe like a reservoir or something like that?
Something like that, we're working on it.
But we're very happy with the action sequence because they're more brutal and violent than they usually are. But also the emotional scenes in the movie are really touching. So it's a vast span of emotion, this one.
So now you're in the Underworld world. How's that feel?
It's cool, man. I mean, it's such a rich franchise anyway, and the history of it, and watching all the other movies, it really helps to root yourself in it, you know. And I mean, I'd seen the first one, like the first one, years ago, and well, it's not that many years ago, but you know what I mean.
We're old.
Yeah.
We are old.
Yeah.
I remember the first Underworld.
Oh, my back.
Oh.
Yeah. So no, it's really cool, and it's great to come into a franchise that already has this great fan base of people who are so keen for it, because I think it's such a strong concept anyway, you know.
So what did you have to learn? Because I feel like, you know, you got to learn about, you know, everything that people are going to expect from vampires, and werewolves, and apparently new races. What kind of stuff did you have to, like, pick up?
I had to learn some Russian, which was quite cool. Yeah, it's quite a hard language, actually, but, you know, it sounds nice.
You got any on you?
I'm not going to try, because...
Because all the Russians at home are nope.
Slapping down.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of action work. I had parkour lessons and... knife work and stuff, so that was cool, man. And you know, wire stuff. I hadn't done wire stuff before, so it's really exciting.
With it being the 4th in the series, does it lend itself to continue from this, or is this some sort of like final wrap up?
No, I think we are fans of Underworld. That's why we're making this movie. And I think as long as the fans want it, there's always another way, there's always another story to tell, because the universe keeps expanding.
Look at Jason.
Yeah. Keep it going. Right?
Yeah.
So you're going to go to space, is what you're saying?
Correct.
Right? We're looking at
Correct.
Jason.
Yeah.
No, we were prohibited when we had the screening here before. We screened a little teaser, and somebody shouted, "Never go to space, man!"
See, that was me. I don't want you to go to space.
Okay, so we have a battle.
Yes.
Space.
So who can we see returning in Underworld 4?
Everybody's dead. It's just Selene, you know.
It's just Selene.
And
I don't have a problem with that.
Well, Michael is there as well.
Okay.
Michael and Selene, and the rest of the bunch is dead.
Yeah, we got a brand new set of cards on the table.
Who are we really going to like this time around?
I think here's the thing with Underworld. You love everybody. I mean, the bad guys, you love them because they're human, they're complex, and they're great bad guys. So you were
Not really human, but
no, not really. But you know, but there's a lot of there's humans now. That's a new thing, you know. There's a lot of humans in this film.
That's why I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's also, you know, the thing of the advantage I think that Underworld has utilized is vampire side, not taking the vampire side, taking the Lycan sides. Now humans come in, so you always shift perspective. You always have Selene in the middle, but she's always been the run. She's never, you know, she's an outsider. So you always get the chance to be with other, you know, if you've been on the vampire side, suddenly on the Lycan side, now you're the human side, and then so that's really what we kind of liked when we read it.
So what do you think this adds to like the Underworld world and for future films in the series?
I think it expands the story. We go into depth. There's more things that come out of the woodwork, which, you know, relate to the other movies, where you're like, oh damn, you know. But it also changes the environment. I think now you've got humans involved as, you know, as another level. You've got kind of three areas of potential tyranny, I suppose, if you want to say that. And this one has a kind of feeling of the stakes are higher. It's dystopian. Its feel, you know.
Very cool. Now, this is in 3D, correct?
Yeah.
What is it like? Is there any different direction when something's in 3D? Like, are they like, point at the screen, keep pointing, keep pointing?
Not really, actually, man. No, I thought there might be, but it was fairly seamless. You have to wait a bit longer because the setups, you know, take a bit more time because of the nature of it. But no, it wasn't. I suppose this one, there's no kind of gimmick 3D, which is good, I think. It's more just inherent to the movie as a spectacle, you know.
Very cool, man. Well, I look forward to seeing you in 3D again.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Take it easy.
Now, surely you guys have come under fire for like some sort of. People are probably scared about like Twilight references in anything.
Yeah.
Have you guys dealt with that, or have you made sure people don't know about it?
I must tell you, I was reading an old, like I've gone through my emails. I was looking for something, and I saw an old email like 5 years ago to my manager Eric, and I said, "Just read half of this Twilight script. Don't really like it." So the thing is,
okay,
stupid on me maybe, but the thing is, it's so different. Because Twilight are great for one thing. I mean, they're really romantic, and although love is a major part in Underworlds too, it's like the core. Selene's love story for Michael or whoever, but it's a darker thing. It's much more violent. It's hard to.
It's just like you listen to different kind of music, and you just.
Right.
I hate Dire Straits. and some people like those traits.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, you know, translate that into.
That is a
Underworld
controversial
Twilight.
statement. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. We look forward to it. And yes, thanks again.
Thanks.